Hi, I'm Lissa.
And I'm Lauren, and this is the Favorite Daughters Podcast.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
So I think I'm haunted by a ghost.
Okay.
Do
tell.
So for the past couple days, it's probably like 2 weeks now. I keep seeing either like a shadow or a flash of light in the corner of my eye, and I'll turn to think like maybe it's the fan knocking something, or like a car went by, and I'm like, I can't debunk it.
That pimple is large.
Will you? Well, I'm doing the rest of the podcast with my shirt over the face.
I'm sorry.
He's like, no, Lauren, and I've angered it quite a bit. I'm sorry, I just couldn't stop looking. Maybe you should put a little stickies on it. I have been, and it's not doing anything. Okay, maybe you should see a doctor. Anyway, so you keep looking. Come here, your eye. I'm glad we didn't do a video podcast.
Someday we will.
Yeah, and I'll put a ton of makeup on.
I'll make sure the resolution's low enough that they can't tell.
Dark, dim lighting. Yeah, so I keep trying to debunk whether it's like something flashing or something going by or a fly that flew by me, and I can't figure out. It's driving me crazy to the point where like I see it at work and I'm like, did you guys see that? Did something just flash? Like,
that's how I used to feel when I lived in my haunted houses. Where, like, you would see something out of the corner of your... Well, it was much worse.
Yeah, that's a whole podcast by itself.
Yeah, I used to see, like, you'd be, like, looking at the TV, and in the corner of the dark room, like, you'd see something, like, in it. Like, it's something in the dark corner, darker than the dark... Forget it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so, I get it, anyway.
Yeah, it was...
So, like, people at work aren't seeing it
No.
or anything?
And it's like, at night when I'm, like, laying in bed watching TV, like, I'll see flashes out of the corner of my eye, and I'm like, there's no light source behind me other than the TV, and there's nothing to reflect the TV off. The TV isn't, like, a flashy show or anything. Like, I'm fucking watching YouTube people play Pokemon Go. Like, there's nothing flashing.
You're watching YouTube people? I'm taking all the wrong things away from this conversation.
I watch a lot of YouTube people, and they play, not Pokemon Go, Pokemon Snap.
That's better, because Pokemon Go, what the fuck?
Yeah. There's this one guy that plays Minecraft, and he does, like, these mods, so there's dinosaurs in Minecraft. In Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much fun, and, like, he's got, like, 97 videos of him, and they're, like, 45 minutes to an hour long, and I will just sit there and watch this man play Minecraft like I'm a 12-year-old boy.
I don't understand how you can do that. I
And
can't
then
watch people play
I
Animal
downloaded Minecraft, and I was like, this looks like so much fun. I have no idea how to play the game. All I do is mine for stuff and build stuff.
So you mine and you craft.
Yes, I
So
mine
how
and I
are you
craft.
not getting the game?
I don't know. There's like a whole game to play. Like, I turned it onto peaceful mode, so there's no bad guys, there's no creepers that blow shit up, because I had that turned on, and they were blowing up my fucking sheeps and my piggies and my cows. So I have a farm, and there's some crops, and I have a bell. And on one side, I have cows, and the other side, I have sheep. And then I built a barn for my chickens and my piggies.
Are you
and there's
literally
a silo
playing Animal Crossing in a different game?
Yes. And then I built a silo, which doesn't have anything in it. It just looks pretty. And then I was like, well, I want llamaas. So I literally traveled around the globe to find llamas and brought it back. And while I was finding llamas, there was a cat. So I Googled how to take this cat and make it mine. And
Did you steal someone's cat?
I did. I stole someone's cat. I was like, fed it fish. And it meow, meow. And it just followed me all the way back to my house. And now it's trapped inside.
You have it trapped!
I don't want it to run away.
It's someone else's cat.
It's mine now.
Minecraft.
find the cat.
Well, that was eventful. Anyway, I have one large thing to discuss today, so I don't know if you want to go over your little salon notes here.
Okay. So I just need to talk about a few clients. I had one guy who walked in today, and he was like, "Oh, do I need to wear a mask?" And I was like, "As long as you're fully vaccinated, it's your choice whether you want to wear the mask or not." I still feel weird about not wearing it. I feel naked.
I know. I actually smiled at someone in the store the other day, and like I wanted to vomit. I was like, "That was weird. I don't want to have to do that."
So I told him, I was like, "As long as you're vaccinated, it's up to you." And he goes, "Yeah, I'm vaccinated." And sat down on the chair, and I'm like, "Sir, are you vaccinated?" And I'm like, I can't really ask that. I mean, I can, like, it's not against the law, but we were told we can't ask people if they're vaccinated. We can just tell them the rule.
Is there not a sign on the door?
There is, that it says we still
it.
encourage people to wear their mask and social distance. And when people ask, we're supposed to just tell them, as long as you're vaccinated, it's not required. Like, but I'm not able to be like, "But are you vaccinated?"
You vaccinated, though?
I'm like, this is the exact reason I'm still fucking wearing a mask.
I just abandoned them altogether. I'm like, great, I can go to the grocery store, go to the gas station, I go to restaurants, I don't have to wear a mask. And at the same time,
I feel completely naked.
Your face is naked.
I have to cover my pimples somehow.
Maybe you should wear it.
Yeah. So then, as I was leaving, I was getting ready to leave. It was like right before you called me. And I got a phone call, and it was like some lady. She's like, "Oh, yeah, my son has an appointment at 6:40 today. But is there any way we can come in at 5 o'clock?" And it was literally like 3 minutes to 5. And
are you in the parking lot, lady?
Probably. And I was like, unfortunately, we don't have any more open slots today. We're all booked up for the day. So your 6:40 would be the only appointment. She goes, "Okay, well, you don't have a 5 o'clock. Do you have anything earlier than 6:40 then?"
6:40
is the only appointment. She's like, fine. I'm like, hung up. I'm like, maybe you should have called earlier in the day to make an appointment.
Did I send you that TikTok about the bunnies? Like, this kid, and he's in the camera and goes, it's like, "I've been working 4 o'clock in the morning."
Uh-huh. I saw
Sir,
that.
it's brown.
But is it black?
Sir,
no,
it's brown. They're
I have a light brown one
2 different
and
colors.
a dark brown one. But is the dark one black?
No, it's brown.
And then I had this lady who wanted me to thin out her hair, and I thinned it, and I thinned it. She's like, "It's still just," and she's like running her hands like at her scalp, and she's like, "It still feels thick." And I'm like, "Ma'am, I can't."
That's not where you thin it.
I'm like, I can't thin it at your scalp. Like, I can't just go in and cut hair out. Like, I can thin it towards the bottom so it lays better. But she's like, it just feels thick, and keeps running her hands in at her scalp. And I'm like, I can't thin that. I'm like, if I thin that and try to take hair out, you're just gonna have hair spiking out of your head. Like, you have to be able to, like.
Did you give her an undercut?
Pretty much. Like, she wanted it. She wanted the back shaved. Like, she hated her thick hair. And I'm like, it's really not that thick. She literally had me thin it to the point where it was so thick at her scalp, like where her root is, where you really can't thin it.
Mm-hmm.
To the ends where it was like little wisps of hair. And I'm like,
and she was happy?
No, she still wanted it thinner. And I was like, I literally cannot thin it anymore. I can't.
Physically will not thin.
It's illegal for me to thin it.
We can go down to a 0.
And she's like, I guess it's fine. And I'm like, get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out. Just get the fuck out.
Like, I just had it with clients today. I was like, it's not even busy. It's just everyone is in here to piss me off. Hey. So, I'm going back to TikTok here. So, I saw a TikTok that was like, interesting facts that you may not know. And it was that. No, it's sad.
Okay.
Whales.
Huh.
Most whales.
Uh-huh.
If they don't die from other reasons, just lose the energy to be able to swim to the surface and just kind of sink to the bottom and drown.
That's so sad.
Right? And now I need to start like a whale rescue. Just going to lifting whales to the surface. Because that's just too damn fucking sad.
That's so sad.
Like,
are there like whale graveyards?
imagine like living your whole life in the ocean and then just not being able to, like, getting so big you just don't have the energy to swim to the surface and you have no choice to but drown?
It sounds a lot like depression.
Listen, Lauren, the whales can't go to a therapist to get more energy, okay? I just found it really sad. Please tell me, I need you guys to comment and let me know that I am not the only one whose TikTok is about 95% Bo Burnham.
Bo Burnham, I can't get off Botox. I cannot get off Botox. Last night I was like regular
CEO entrepreneur, born in 1964. Jeffrey Bezos. Yeah, Lauren.
Did you see the person that set their Alexa to play that?
Yes!
I love it. It's so good. I'm on the point where it's like, I love it, but I just, why is it targeting me?
Have you seen everyone making Bo Burnham tattoo ideas?
I saw one, and
There was one that I want to get. And it was literally just a toaster with some burnt toast in it, and it said, "You may be having a stroke." I'm like, yes, that's the tattoo I want. No one would know what it means.
That is not the takeaway. That is not the takeaway from that special.
Yeah, so, wait, was that it? I think that was it. Oh, no. Okay.
No.
So, I had mentioned this early.
No.
But I saw a TikTok that was like, Wall-E came out in 2008 and y'all are still littering. And I'm like,
I don't remember Wall-E at all. I remember the creature. I don't remember anything about the movie.
The creature?
The robot.
What was that hand gesture?
The head, the neck, and the body.
Wall-E was square.
Which one am I remembering then?
Were you remembering Eva?
Oh no, it was like...
She's like a teardrop.
I'm remembering neither of the robots from that movie.
Well then. The fuck? We're gonna Google a picture of Evie. Wall-E.
I'm so sorry.
Wall-E and Eva.
Yes, Wall-E. He's got the eyes and the neck and then the body. I wasn't wrong.
The hand gestures you were doing were not square.
I wasn't intending his body to be square. I'm just saying he had the eyes up top and the long neck and then the body.
Okay. So it was about...
I was right, okay?
She was half right. So Wall-E was about how the Earth was polluted and we couldn't live there any longer. So we went out to live in space and got fat because we were lazy and then we were all in just like these floating things. It was disgusting. Very triggering. And then Wall-E was at Earth and he was like a recycle robot, but he was left there to take care of her. Not really, but like he did.
Maybe I'll have to rewatch that.
And then it was sad because like he was able to grow a plant out of the trash that we left Earth.
Oh.
And he was like, you guys can come back now. Plants can grow. But like the big evil guys didn't want us to know we could go back to Earth because they were making too much money off us being fat in space. So they didn't want us to come back to Earth. But then we came back to Earth.
Did we put the trees back?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did we get skinny?
No.
Like, it's halfway there.
Where'd my paper go? I threw it. Okay. And then, so at work, it's been, well, with my old phone, I got a new phone, man. I would only be able to watch TikTok for like 20 minutes and then my battery would die.
Mm-hmm.
So I started bringing books to work and reading books.
Okay. Sorry.
What was that supposed to mean?
I was scoffing at you reading books.
Listen, I didn't say they were good books. They're like Twilight crap shit, okay?
Okay.
So I brought a book that I used to read. I read like 3. It was like a series of 6 books, and I read like 3 of them, and I had a 4th one. I was like, let me finish reading this one. So I finished reading that one. And then I was like, you know what? Let me start something new. So like I went to this website called Thrift Books, where you could buy used books. Mm-hmm. And so I just bought a couple that looked interesting. And I got this one, and I literally read it in a day and a half.
Okay.
I was like, damn, this is a good book. So I told Laura about it, because she reads a lot. And she was like, oh, if you like that one, you're going to like this one and this one and this one. She was giving me all these recommendations, and I was like, listen, I need to read the 3 other books of this, like, series. Mm-hmm. So I went online, and I ordered the 2nd book in the series and the 4th book, because they didn't have the 3rd one in stock. And now I'm waiting for them to be delivered. And that was Friday.
Okay.
So then I was like, okay, I got those. So then Sunday, I was talking to her again about these other books, and I was like, oh, well, I might as well order, you know, a couple other ones, because I'm going to read through this series once they come really fast, and I'm going to want something else to read. So she recommended me other books, so I bought 3 different books, all from like 3 different series, to see if I liked them. Mm-hmm. Didn't want to buy a whole series yet. So I bought 3 books on Sunday. And then Monday, I get a notification that this 3rd book in the first series that I finished
is in stock.
Now available. So I ordered that one. And then they're like, oh, if you spend $5 more, you get free shipping. And I was like, of course. So I bought another book. But on Saturday, I was like too impatient to wait for these new books, and I didn't have anything else to read. So I went to the store and I bought another book, and it's really good. So now I have like 3 series that I'm working on and just don't have the books yet.
Is this going to be a case where you just got a new phone, so TikTok lasts longer now, so you'd abandon all the books?
Well, no. But, yeah. So I literally, like, in the past, like, week and a half, 2 weeks, I've ordered 12 books.
12?
I've read 3 of them, and I'm waiting for the rest of them to come in.
I can't remember the last time I read a book. When I went on my business trip to Scottsdale, I brought a book on the plane, and I read 2 chapters, and then promptly, I have no idea where it is right now. I don't even know if it's back on the shelf. I can't find things I enjoy reading. I just can't.
See, that was my problem, and I was like, the last time I enjoyed a book was Twilight, when I was in fucking sophomore year of high school. Mm-hmm. And I was like, maybe I should read some shitty book like Twilight. So that's what I've been doing. I've been reading shitty books made for, like, preteens, and they're entertaining.
Okay, so you play Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
You're reading Twilight books. Mm-hmm. What's next?
I bought another Squishmallow.
Oh my god.
He's a tiny little shark. Yeah, reasons why I think I'm on this.
Mm-hmm. Little bit.
Uh-huh.
Little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you ready?
So, what's your story?
Are you ready?
I don't know. Am I? Does it have to do with giant Pacific octopuses? Because I am not ready for that.
No, it has nothing to do with giant Pacific octopuses.
Do you want to know what I learned from TikTok? Because apparently it
knows you like giant Pacific octopuses.
I hate giant Pacific octopuses. It was a live TikTok, and they were talking about how they recognize you and they know you, and if you come back multiple times, they'll recognize your face and know who you are. And I don't want them to know who I am.
Don't worry. I don't think they're going to know who you are. Are you afraid of them learning who you are through the internet?
Listen.
Do they use the internet?
They're smart enough to.
Is there Wi-Fi out there? So the thing I have for you today, I had to write an intro for this. I had to physically write it down because I wanted a level of oomph, I guess, for you. I'm not sure if you're aware of this. If you are, I figured you would have told me.
Should I time out at any point to tell you?
No.
I should just let you go with it.
You can just nod and let me know you've heard it. The intro is for everyone here. Okay.
We're scripted now.
On June 25th, the government, specifically the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, released the report on UFOs. And this report is titled The Preliminary Assessment, Unidentified Aerial Phenomenon. We discussed earlier the anticipation of this report and how it was either going to be very long or very short. But either way, we were going to be very disappointed.
Tell me, Lauren,
We were
how
right.
disappointed were we?
We were right. I just want to take a look at this and give you some sort of indication.
Let me
You can
let me feel that.
You can feel it. You can feel it. All right. This report is a total of 9 pages long. 9 pages. 9 pages, which includes a title page.
Okay, I was just gonna ask, is there a title page?
9 pages, which includes 2 appendix pages.
Oh, God.
9 pages, which also includes an executive summary and a regular summarization page. This is a 5-page report. 5 fucking pages for the Office of the Director of National Intelligence to tell us everything.
What did I tell you?
They know.
They're gonna tell us this is everything.
He was born in... Okay. The summary page, that is page 3, which I will show you, is 3 or 4 paragraphs long here. Literally.
It's not even a fucking full page.
It's not even a full page. It's like 3/4 of a page. And honestly, this is probably all they had to release. This summary does a good job of summarizing everything they fluffed on the inside. Okay? Did you see this?
Okay,
Did
have you
read this?
seen... Wait, time. Have you seen that episode, probably not, of SpongeBob, where he's trying to, like, remember all this information, and he's telling his brain, oh, throw out all the information we don't need, and then someone asks him his name, and his brain goes, like, fucking ape shit, burning, because it's trying to throw out all the other information, and it threw out his name, and he couldn't figure out his name? No, you haven't seen that episode. Okay, I feel like that's what went on when they were told they had to release all this. Like, burn it, shut it. We won't have anything by the time we're supposed to release it.
It's very, very possible.
And then they're like, okay, what do you have? Here. This is all we
This
have.
one page. So it says the limited amount of high-quality reporting on unidentified aerial phenomena hampers our ability to draw firm conclusions about the nature or intent of UAP.
Someone needs to throw out their thesaurus.
This is literally, like, I could have read that one sentence, it wasn't even a paragraph, one sentence and just thrown this in the trash. Yeah, is pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
So, the government tells us that there really hasn't been a standardized way to report unidentified object phenomenon over the year. And there's a stigma related to reporting these things, so there never was like a standardized way for them to compare these things together, right? So the Navy established one in March of 2019, and the Air Force also adopted that way of reporting in November 2020. So this is like months ago. Just several months ago, they decided, we should probably come up with something, and they did. They don't tell you what it is. They don't tell you how they're classifying these things, how they're reporting these things, but supposedly they have come up with a way. It's systems, quote unquote, that they consider reliable. So this report only contains information from 2004 to 2021. That's all they included in this report. So anything prior to 2004, they didn't even put into account. With the majority of the reports coming from the last 2 years. And they've only, out of 144 reports...
144.
That's it. 144 reports from 2004 to 2021. Only one of them they've been able to identify as a large deflating balloon. The other 143, who fucking knows? They said 80 of them involved observation with multiple sensors. I've got air quotes here. I don't know what multiple sensors means. I don't know if it's multiple sensors on one airplane. I don't know if it's multiple airplanes. I don't know if the sensors are people's eyeballs.
I was just going to say.
They don't give any information about what these sensors are.
My eyes are sensors.
Yeah, they don't give any information, right? So they go on to say that these sensors are not generally suited for identifying unidentified aerial phenomena. So they're not even sure if they're identifying unidentified aerial phenomena.
How do you make something to identify the unidentifiable?
Exactly. They say this.
Oh my god.
I quote, optical sensors have the benefit of providing some insight into relative size, shape, and structure.
My eyeballs can tell you its size and shape.
Radio frequency sensors provide more accurate velocity and range information. And underneath I wrote that, are we dumb? Like, is this written for, like, people from Alabama?
Listen,
Where the government
thinks we're all stupid.
Optical sensors let you see what it is. It's literally in this report.
Have you seen those TikToks of the guy who goes around asking people, can you name 3 states? And they're fucking like, Washington, D.C.?
No, I haven't seen, no.
And they're like, can you name 3 continents? Or, yeah. One girl was like, is Mexico one?
No.
Then
Mexico is not one.
And then they have a map of the world, and they're like, can you point to Australia?
These people can't do these things?
And they're pointing to, like, Asia or something. There was one girl who actually pointed to Australia, and she's like, is it this one? No, I don't think that's right. And the guy goes, you're right, that's not Australia. And then he was like, can you guys point to South Africa? And they're just, like, pointing to Africa? And they're like, it's right there. And he goes, no, it's South Africa. And they're like, yeah, all of this is South Africa.
Like, down below.
And then they said, can you point to the United States? They were pointing to Africa.
There should not be anyone that lives in this country, or any country for that matter, that cannot point out their own country on a map. If you can't name 3 states or know where Australia is, have you seen a map? Did you sleep through 12 years of school? That's upsetting.
Yeah. The United States thinks we're all dumb. The majority of us are.
I guess we are.
The majority of us are.
Are we really, like, on the other end of that curve? Like,
oh, we long past that curve. we gone way past that.
So,
you like the one with the horses?
The horses?
You don't watch Rush Hour, do you?
No, that's not one of my movies.
You need to make it one of
I don't like it. Chris Tucker's annoying. she just had a stroke. she's clutching her pearls. Can I finish this report, please?
I don't know. It sounds pretty finished to me.
I know, right? I'll skip over some of this stuff because...
Oh, God.
I know, right? So, the other, like, main thing that they say in here is that the UAPs probably lack a single explanation. No shit.
No shit!
And this is the 5 categories they would like to classify them as. Airborne clutter.
I'm sorry.
Foreign objects, balloons, birds, yada yada. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Birds work for the bourgeoisie!
Birds work for the bourgeoisie. Like, balloons aren't shooting across the sky at the speed of light. I'm sorry. Category 2. Natural atmospheric phenomenon. Including ice crystals, moisture, and thermal fluctuations. It was a cloud of swamp gas reflecting...
Anytime I see any type of government, like, 3-piece suit wearing people put sunglasses on, I'm looking away.
Category number 3. USG, United States government, or industry developmental programs. So they're saying that some UAP observations could be attributed to developments and classified programs that are actually provided by the U.S.
I'm sorry, wouldn't they know?
Yes, they are the U.S. government.
Like, some of these could be our projects, but we're
We
not
can't
100%
tell
sure.
you. Category 4.
Like, you don't have to tell me what the project is. Just be like, oh, yeah, we know that's not aliens, okay, guys?
Yeah.
Like,
All you have
just
to say
confirm
is
it's
a classified government project, whatever it is.
listen, that's enough smoke screen for me. Just tell me you know what it is. Don't
And I'll
classify it
check
as
it off the
fucking
list
alien.
as not an alien. That's all you need to do, right? Category 4 is foreign adversary systems. So, like, Russia or something, right?
Yeah, Russia's aliens.
I can see Russia from my house.
Okay, Sarah Palin.
Category number 5.
Do you know what's sad? Sarah Palin will probably be a better president than Trump was.
Did you know Sarah Palin was on The Masked Singer?
I'm sorry, what?
Sarah Palin was on The fucking Masked Singer.
Trump's probably pissed about that.
Category number 5. You ready for this one?
Ooh, okay, yeah, wow.
It's the best
ADD
one.
is strong.
This is the best one. Other. Other. Just other. Like, this is the category, you know what? I don't know. Other. So those are the 5 categories the government wants to group these UAPs in.
What percentage are considered other?
They don't classify them by percentage. They just say, if they were to be classified, these are the 5 likely categories we would classify them in.
Okay, guys,
Fluff. This is fluff.
September 21st, we're all trying to storm Area 51 again. Let's do this.
Everyone get the Naruto run ready.
We failed last time. Let's do it. Let's regroup. We got this.
11 of these reports have been documented of instances in which pilots reported near misses with the UAP.
What's considered a near miss? Because I feel like
I don't know.
I feel like if it was
I don't
truly
know.
a near miss, I feel like someone would see that.
I feel like their radar would also know if there's something fucking solid close enough to almost hit them.
Right?
We currently lack data to indicate that any of this is a foreign collection program or indicative of major technological advances.
So they're not saying aliens.
They're just saying it's not aliens.
They're just saying they don't know what it is.
They don't know. They don't know.
So is the government even saying that aliens exist?
No. It is.
Listen, I'm moving to Canada, where they have gotten their shit together.
Oh, get this. They're trying to employ artificial intelligence and machine learning algorithms to recognize similarities and patterns in sightings to assume it's a balloon. They're like, oh, that's what a balloon looks like? That's kind of what that looked like. We're going to tell you that was a balloon. They're trying to explain away people's UFO sightings, UAP sightings, with an AI algorithm.
So they're trying to debunk it.
It's bunked.
It's bunked. Listen, Zach Bagans, can you start an alien show? Because I watch that shit.
I mean, the only other thing they said is that, like, most of these sightings are reported near military bases, and because of that, they think it's biased, because, like, stuff that's reported away from military bases is less likely because everyone's saying, it's the government and aliens, you know? So they say in here that they began a 6-month pilot program in November 2020 to collect in the most likely areas to encounter UAPs, to try and get more information. So they say that there's a bias to where these things are reported, and then they say they start a program to collect in the most likely areas to encounter them. So is that not biased information? What the fuck? And then, of course, they go on in the last couple pages to say, well, you know, something's there, but if we had more money to research it, obviously we could get you more information.
I'm tired of the government and their fucking money, alright?
5 pages of absolute bullshit that was explained in the summary page. Everything I just said to you is on that summary page, and, like, you didn't have to read the whole thing.
So
I didn't even hear it came out. I found that on TikTok.
Dan was all, he had said to me, he was like, oh, I'm surprised you weren't all into this and looking into it and all. I'm like, listen, I heard about it. I'm not looking into it because they're not going to give us the truth. There's not going to be anything in there. There's not going to be anything to look at.
There's nothing to look at.
Oh, sky trumpets.
What about them?
Apparently, the first time we were looking at them, I made a YouTube playlist saved to my account.
Did you?
And guess what? There's one video left in it.
They've all been erased? Why do you think
Is that considered other?
I don't know. Is it an aerial phenomenon?
There's...
It's not a visual aerial phenomenon.
No,
I guess
but
some of
still
these
aerial.
are... It's still aerial.
It's in the air.
It's audible. Unidentified audible phenomenon. Still a UAP.
Yeah. I really want to see what it is now. All right, we're going to the YouTube playlists. Sky Trumpet.
Which one is it?
Okay, so this is Sky Trumpet's Strange Sounds All Over the World. So I think this is the compilation video.
Does it got the one for the park?
I'm hearing, I have no idea what the hell they are. It's rattling the earth around here. We're in Long Island.
In Long Island.
18th, and it's fucking loud. You hear that? You hear
That's
that
some
shit?
War of the World shit.
Fuck is that shit?
The fuck is that shit?
I have no idea. Like,
I got no idea.
coming straight out of the sky.
I gotta send
I
this to
know.
Gina.
Yeah, you do have to send
What
it to me.
is that?
I feel like if I heard that,
We're gonna.
I would shit my
the
pants.
The video is like 10 minutes long, so I'm not gonna play the whole thing. But we'll somehow post a link to it on maybe Instagram or something. Somehow.
we can tell you what to Google. We can take a screenshot of it and post it to YouTube so you know what to put into the YouTube
Yeah.
search engine. Or we can we screen cap it or something? I don't know. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. We'll get it out to you guys because it's really creepy and I hate them and they creep me out and it's definitely War of the Worlds and we're all gonna die.
This has been another episode of the Favorite Daughters Podcast. Follow us on Instagram at Favorite Daughters Pod. And if you have any questions, comments, or stories, reach out to us at favoritedaughterspodcast@gmail.com. We'd love to hear anything you'd like to share, and we may even read it on the podcast.